Mm. Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. And before I start this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. All right, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. I'm the brother Tazamat. I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach the truth and well. Peace and salutation to the whole elect that scatter abroad. All right, and just want to do this this quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Hey man, we getting closer and closer to the time of prophecy. All right, more and more each and every day prophecy is rolling out. It's unraveling. It's moving very quickly because our Lord Yahweh Shai is about to make his grand return. Okay. And so I woke up this morning and I seen this video that was posted about basically the US having the 82nd Airborne Division. All right. So let's go to it. Let me see. Okay, so it says, it's it's going viral right now. Okay, it says 5 hours ago, CNN, approximately 1,000 U.S. soldiers preparing to deploy to the Middle East to be available for Iran operations. Okay, Pentagon to order 3,082nd Airborne soldiers to Middle East. All right, so what does that mean? Right, you may ask, what does that mean? What does that 82nd Airborne Division mean? Okay, all right, just know that this man, Donald Trump, which we believe to be the cruel Lord, as written in Isaiah the 19th chapter. Let's actually grab that real quick. Because this is what this man is, bro. And we love it. Okay? Through the inspiring power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, we love it. Because hey, this man Trump, he says he's gonna do something, he fucking do it, man. All right, so it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. So this is Isaiah 19. Damn. So we can start at verse 2. All right, Isaiah 19 and 2. The point is in verse 4. Or Isaiah 19 and 2, it says, and I will set Egyptians against Egyptians. All right. Ultimately, a time is going to come where these Americans are going to be fighting each other. Okay. It's going to be a civil war out here in America. Okay. These people are going to be stirred up in a different mind state, stirred up in a different, mindset. They're just going to want to attack each other because this man is literally leading them to death. Okay, because when you go to 2nd Ezra 15 verse and 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right, the modern day sword will be your guns. All right, and we know that every American has their guns. Okay, they all strapped up, they all ready for whatever it may be. You know, so they're gonna have them bare arms. They're gonna just start shooting. It's just gonna be a great purge upon America, right? Verse 16: for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. So these people are gonna be steamrolling, Washington D.C. trying to get at Trump because what this man is doing is a suicidal mission. That's a suicidal mission. Iran is not like a place you could just barge in there. All right, you can't just go into Iran and you know what I'm saying. No, bro, you ultimately you gonna lead them astray, man. All right, so I'm looking at Iran's map, a terrain. Okay, it's no way, it's no fucking way how America just gonna just move their way in. Okay, you can't just move your way in. It's nearly impossible. All right, because when you look at the Iranian map, it's nothing but mountains. It's nothing but mountains. So you basically gonna go there, and you just gonna get picked off one by one. It makes me think about um what was that, World War II? Something about Normandy. They pulling up on the boat to the shore. They getting just picked off. That's what it remind me of. Because ultimately, that's what's gonna happen. A lot of soldiers gonna be dying. All right, and with this 82nd Airborne, all right, this means that boots on the ground. Okay, this nigga Trump is crazy, bro. He doesn't care. He's just doing what the Lord wants him to do. All right, Isaiah 19:2, going back. And that would set Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? So, the Lord is dividing Satan amongst itself. All right? We know if Satan casts out Satan, his kingdom should not stand. So you got your own people that lives in this country going against you, sedition, insurrection, uproars. Okay? It's over. This kingdom is done. Okay? Verse 3, it says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards," right? So the spirit of Egypt is failing, right? When you can link that with Isaiah the 47th chapter. Okay, how they're gonna go into their witchcraft, they're gonna go into praying to their idols, and it's just not working. Okay, so if their witchcraft and idols is not working, there's ultimately gonna have to lead into their violence. All right, and that's why they're gonna roll in like a flood. Okay, and this is gonna be pushing measures. They gonna all right. You don't want to get. We're gonna have to lean on our necks, which is the sword. All right, Isaiah 19:4. This is the point. "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh Shai, the Yahweh of hosts." Right, Yahweh Bashim Shai of hosts. All right, this cruel lord will be Donald Trump, bro. This cruel lord is Donald Trump. So I looked up, does the U.S. 82nd Airborne, meaning boots on the ground, right? It says boots on the, so AI overview, it says boots on the ground. With the U.S. 82nd Airborne Division, meaning deploying the Army's premier rapid response infantry into a foreign combat zone to initiate operations. Come on, bro. Damn, bro. So he ultimately, man, y'all through. Y'all through. If you're in the military and you join in for this shit, you're done. You ain't coming back. You ultimately signed up to fight against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's your problem. Okay? So let's go to Proverbs, the 21st chapter. Proverbs 21. Right? Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will." Okay? So, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, his hand is upon Donald Trump. Okay, it's upon Donald Trump. It's upon all these kings to do what they're doing, moving how they move, because a it's all for the sake of prophecy. It's not for nothing else. It's all for prophecy. It's not for their own reasoning. Nah, bro. It's for prophecy to be fulfilled. All right, because World War III is gonna be fought in the Middle East, the Levant, in the Saharan desert. Okay, and they're all gonna gather there to fight. Okay, there's no way around. There's no way around that. So with Trump, pushing the measure, putting boots on the ground. Okay, come on, bro. Dropping boots on the ground. You ultimately telling your people, I don't care how it goes out. Come on, bro. This man is a liar, bro. This man is a full blown liar. This man saying, hold on, let's play what it say. It says Trump declares victory. President Trump declares Iran war won as 82nd Airborne deploys to secure victory. Come on, man. This man is a liar. Okay? This man is a liar. Let me see. Speaking. Right? Let's grab this, man. Psalms 58. All right, this is Isaiah. I mean, not Isaiah. This is Psalms 58 and verse 2. It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness, right? In your mind, you work wickedness. This all this man knows how to do. Work wickedness. So everything he's doing is leading up for him to be judged. And he doesn't even know it. That's why they're gathering to the Middle East. That's why they're trying to infiltrate Iran, going to their country. That's not gonna play out well. I promise. Okay, so that's what's gonna lead me up to bringing out in 216. All right, boots on the ground. Right, it says, "Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth." All right, because this man knows nothing but violence, bloodshed, death. Verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right, this man saying that he won the war. What? You didn't win no war. War is not done. Okay, if that was the case, then why you asking NATO for help? Okay, why you asking NATO for help? Then at the same time, you saying that we don't need your help. Okay, so let's play what he's saying.
We've won this. This war has been won. The only one that likes to keep it going is the fake news. I mean, the New York Times. You read the New York Times, it's like we're not winning a war where they have no navy and they have no air force and they have no nothing. And we literally have planes flying over Tehran and other parts of their country. They can't do a thing about it. For instance, if I want to take down that power plant, that very big, powerful power plant, they can't do a thing about it. It's like, take me. That's all they can do. And yet, if you read the New York Times or if you watch ABC fake news or NBC fake news, you'd say it's a close battle. It's not a close battle.
All right, this man's a liar, bro.
That say, well,
This man's a liar. All right, this man is setting up a suicide mission for his country. Okay, and we know that the book of Joel. All right, Joel, the second chapter. No, it's Joel, the third chapter. So let's see, Joel. Yeah, Joel 3. All right, when you go to Joel 3 and 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right. Okay. So this is what ultimately was going on. So with the boots on the ground, all right, going back to what I was bringing out, with the U.S. 82nd Airborne meaning boots on the ground, come on, bro. It says America is sending ground forces, Trump's secret invasion plan with elite troops. Okay. So ground force. So what does that mean? Let's go to we're on 216, right? When you go to 216 and verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. So this is the beginning, right? The beginning of famine and great death. All right, great death is happening. The beginning of wars, right? Are we not in a war? We're in the beginning of wars, and this is amplifying, man. We're not even a year into this war. Look how much is happening, and and all eyes are upon America, bro. All eyes are upon that, bro. Okay. Amos 9 and 8. Let's grab that real quick. Amos 9. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua upon the sinful kingdom. Right? This kingdom is sinful, bro. All right, it sins reach up to heaven. So the Lord is judging this place, bro. Visiting this place. And ultimately is setting up this place to be ultimately destroyed. It says, Behold, the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. Right? It says the begin, or so when you go back, 16 and 18, it says the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do? What these evils shall come? Okay. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So famine is coming. Okay. When you don't have no more oil, truckers they can't move their product. It's ultimately is the Lord is going to dry this place from the inside out. It's going to be JT, right? Known as Jacob's trouble. Is going to come upon the earth, right? Great death is going to come upon this earth, upon this country. All you people in your pride, all right, you're going to be greatly humbled, okay? Greatly humbled because with this draft coming, that means you're going to get that letter in the mail, all right? You're going to get that letter in the mail for that military draft. Let me see. Because I just seen a post about they changing the age. Let me see. Something about they changed the age limit. Let's see. Damn, you gotta pay for this shit. Let me see. Let's see. I seen something about 40 years old. Oh, right here. Right here. The Oklahoman.com, right? It says US Army raises enlistment age to 42. Eases marijuana rules because because people are finding out they're taking these drugs just to get kicked out so they don't have to be in this war. So now they're easing the rules, bro. So you can actually join. US Army is loosening some enlistment criteria amid the ongoing war with Iran. The previous age was 35. Now the changes will allow Americans aged 42 and younger to join the army starting April 20th. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yal Shah, man. This is what we talking about, man. This is what we happy for. That's what we're joyful for, man. Let's grab this. 216. Damn, man. The water Yahweh Bashim Yal Shai. All right. Let's go to Matthew 24 real quick, man. Matthew 24. Man, because he doing this for the elect's sake, bro. He ain't doing this shit for nobody else. Doing that for his name and for his elect, bro. Let me see. Matthew 24. Um, Matthew 24 and 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay? Those days shall be shortened. All right? The Lord is speeding things up for the elect's sake. All right? Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right? It's not tarrying no more, man. It's not tarrying. All right, this is the point. 216 and 33. It says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. All right, boots on the ground, meaning a military draft. All right, these women that got men, they're gonna be sent off. Hey, doesn't hey that don't exclude you women neither. You women gonna get sent off too. Fuck. All right, you think you just nah, bro? What does that mean? That means y'all gonna be cleaving. All right. And how do you leave out of a military? Women, they have to get pregnant. So Isaiah 4:1 is about to be at a grand scale, man. Okay. But we pushing out this prophecy because this man is setting you up to fucking die, bro. This man is setting you up to death. Thousands upon thousands of bodies and bodies on bodies is gonna be stirred up into the Middle East. All right. This man is a madman. He's a maniac. He's suicidal for him to even send you out there, putting boots on the ground. That's the Lord doing that, bro. Now he's gonna implement a draft. Come on now. He's gonna implement a draft, bro. You're done. You're done. There's no way around it. This place is done. This country is done. All right, and he's killing it from the inside out. All right, he's gonna make it so weak, so spread out and vulnerable. All right, that come on, bro. Second 15 and let me see, second 15. Second 15 and 11, it says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." Okay, so Lord is gonna destroy this land, bro. He's destroying you people. He's having you sent off to war to get judged, to be destroyed. All right, and he's putting a powerful spirit upon Iran, bro. Literally setting them up to be powerful. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have Russia and China coming in soon. You're gonna have however it may go, you're gonna have NATO. Come on, bro. This is the great war. And with this going on, the boots on the ground and stuff like that, what are we looking for next? The MOTB. The MOTB. That's what we're looking for next, bro. That's what we are looking for next. And it's going to come. It's going to come. All right. And the war is just going to be a full fucking blast. All right. That's all you're going to hear about, the chip and the war, chip and the war, chip and the war, chip and the war, chip and the war. That's all you're going to be hearing about. You're going to have all this anguish and death and bloodshed all around the streets. And we're going to be praising you. How about Shemi Shai? Man, bro, we in them last days. We are in them last days, man. So, I just thought I'd bring this out for edification, man, because boots on the ground, man. 82nd Airborne. These people are fucking retarded, man. All right. Leadership is done. All right. They're trying to fight a war. You think you're like Iraq. This place is not Iraq. Trying to have a 20-year war? Nah, bro. They ain't gonna work like that. Nah, bro. So Iran rejects Trump's proposal to end the war. Come on, this is 17 minutes ago. Hold on, let's watch this. Hold on. It said lays out 5 conditions. Let's see. It says between 2 or 3 thousand U.S. Army paratroopers have received written orders to deploy to the Middle East. Through the deployment, combined with 2 Marine expeditionary units already moving towards the Persian Gulf, could bring 6 to 8 thousand U.S. ground troops into close proximity to Iran. To build up that comes as Trump as alternatively said he does not plan out to put boots on the ground, while also he's saying he will not rule it out. Come on, bro. You putting boots on the ground, bro. You putting boots on the ground. Fuck out of here, man. That's you going to your next step. You're going to your next step, putting boots on the ground, man. So this place is done. Done. You're doing a suicidal mission. Iran is gonna piece you out. All right, you won't have to move to your missiles, bro. 3,000, 8,000, 10,000. They're gonna implement a draft here, man. Okay, so if you don't have Yahweh Shem Shai, your foundation is not the Lord. Hey, the Lord is going, and the Lord not messing with you. He gonna send you to that military, bro. Get judged. Hey, let's close it out with this. Revelation 2:10. All right, because we're not excluded out. All right, they might send us some letters. We're gonna tell them fuck you. We ain't going to shit. Straight up. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things what thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, right? A complete number of days. All right. So let's say we do have that draft letter come in the mail. We'll say, fuck you. Take us to jail. We ain't going to that shit. All right. You crazy? We ain't fighting against our Lord. Dumb cracker. All right. They won't be put in concentration camps, whatever it may be. But guess what? That's a testimony of our faith. Okay. And the Lord's is gonna save us, man. All right. He is the Savior. It says, "Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." So we got to be faithful all the way to the end, man. So even if that means being martyred, hey, that's our written testimony, man. But hey, it's glorious because we're gonna be raised up first. So hey, man, look, this is what's going on. This is the prophecies popping off like popcorn. All right. So I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kakodash. Lord, when this lesson been edifying to the hopeful elect. Till next time I say Shalom.